The fans are finally fighting back. They're uniting after the Acolyte. Well, let's see what Star Wars Theory has to say about this. This is his video. The fans are finally uniting after the Acolyte. Just look at this. I will be reacting. Make sure you get on over to Star Wars Theory. Give him a follow. Tell him Tyrone Magnus sent you. He sent me a present. I want to do an unboxing video. I haven't had a chance to get to it. If I don't do a video, I'll still show you what he sent me. Are you ready? All right. Let's get this.
Dude, I haven't seen this many Star Wars fans united since probably either before The Last Jedi or after Mando Season 2.
We've been hearing for a few weeks now that this is going to be the episode that absolutely destroys Star Wars once and for all, and I am here to tell you that it is worse than what we were even expecting.
It's making me wonder if we would have been united if it hadn't come out already or been speculated that Episode 3 would destroy Star Wars as we know it. It may still have happened, but the word got out, it spread like wildfire, and people are still like, what in the hell? Like, it's at 15%. I don't know what it's at now, because I didn't even check today, but I am fascinated. I am a fascinated scientist, just watching and I'm just so curious to see what Disney does next. Like, I truly am. That's what's keeping me invested in watching this. And now I'm actually at a point to where I want to see if the next episode is going to be worse. It's my curiosity. I'm just like so curious to see how bad they're going to mess up. Or is it actually going to get better? Well, I actually think the next episode is actually good. All 3 episodes have been boring. That's the worst thing. It's not that it's been injected with all the modern garbage. It's that it's been boring. At least if you're going to make something with all the garbage politics these days, specifically the woke politics, at least make it interesting. Like, for example, I remember I never watched The Boys. And people were always telling me, like, yo, T, you gotta watch it. Like, people I knew were telling me, like, yo, this is a show for you, but it's crazy though. And when I was asking, my followers, my subscribers, like, yo, should I watch it? Several of them were like, yo, yeah, it's great. Several were like, yo, it's woke, but it's great. Trust me. So when I started watching it, I realized what they meant by that. Like, there were some box checks, definitely, but it was damn good. And there was always the shock factor each episode. And just seeing superheroes behave like degenerates was very interesting because they're usually behaving like the ideal,
Episode 3 is causing all kinds of backlash.
The Acolyte was, without a doubt, one of the most devastatingly embarrassing spectacles I think I've ever witnessed on TV.
Third has hit. I watch it and it's...
Manny.
I used to think that it would take one really great Star Wars project to bring all of us together. But now I realize it takes one really bad Star Wars project to unite so many of us.
Yeah.
I remember during the live stream for episode 3 of The Acolyte, there were so many of you at the end that were saying I was totally on board with episode 1 and 2. In fact, I thought all you guys were toxic for not liking it, this and that. But this is too much. I can't take this. This is bullshit. And so many people are now changing tune and kind of waking up. And I think, it's interesting. There's a line for all.
Listen, and I definitely can respect other opinions, but I don't know how anyone that likes Star Wars thought those first 2 episodes were good. But it is what it is. Like, look, remember when I went to see The Last Jedi and I came home and I did my review, I did that review with Livy Doll. Remember her? She used to hang out with me. She liked it. I did not. And she was into the whole expanded series, expanded universe and all this other stuff. She knew about all this other stuff I never heard about, like theory. But she loved it. Like it was, I couldn't believe how happy she was watching some of that trash in the theater. I just kept looking at her like, this chick is insane. She said on my right, this chick is insane. I can't. She was just eating her. I was gonna say ice cream. Her popcorn. Oh, this is so good. Oh my god. This is so good. So good. She looked at me. This is so good. Oh my god. To each their own. You know what I mean?
All of us. And it just depends where that line is for you. For some people, it was like right after The Force Awakens. For some people, it was after Mando Season 3. For some people, it was after The Last Jedi. For a lot of people, it's Acolyte Episode 3. And you can see it in the comments, whether it's on...
I notice with things that have happened over the years, there are several fans that have YouTube channels, that are YouTubers, like Geeks and Gamers, for example. They were done with so much of this stuff, I would say years before I was. They saw a lot of it coming. And I wasn't. But I would see stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, Like being in a bad relationship. I was seeing the red flags and kind of storing them. But I did not think that I would find out that my girlfriend had a full-blown double life in another family somewhere. You got what I'm saying? But Geeks and Gamers saw it early. You know what I mean? And several other channels saw it early. And I kept trying to give the benefit of the doubt. I kept trying to say, no, it was just, in my head, trying to figure things. And then, I guess... when I truly started to see things, I can't really remember when, but I remember the majority of the backlash that I started to get was around the Eternals and Thor Love and Thunder trailer release and stuff like that. People was all getting mad and stuff. And I mean, I was starting to see just how they were starting to flush everything down the toilet. But even back with The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker or whatever, The Last Jedi, I wasn't done. I was just like, make it better. Just fix it. You know what I mean? Like, you can come back from messing up a movie. After The Force Awakens, almost every Star Wars fan I could think of that I even saw or was in the comments, they were on board. They were on board. It wasn't even like no one had a problem with nothing. No one had a problem with Rey. No one had a problem with Finn. Everyone was just so curious about what they were going to do. And then The Last Jedi. That was, to me, The Last Jedi was the beginning of the end. Because I heard that they changed so many things around after The Force Awakens. And both of them were supposed to be Force sensitive and become Jedis and everything. And it was just, the beginning of the end, at least for Star Wars. Okay, the beginning of the end for Star Wars was the Last Jedi. I'm going to pinpoint it right now. The beginning of the end for Star Wars was The Last Jedi. The beginning of the end for Marvel was Captain Marvel. That's what it was. And I got a lot of hate for Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was absolute garbage. So,
on X, Twitter, or Instagram, or YouTube, anything that they are posting right now with the Acolyte, it is getting freaking ratioed like crazy. There are so many people in there. Mind you, I just want to say, when you're exclaiming how you feel, just be respectful about it. And I'm very proud there's so many people that are doing that. People are just pissed. They are pissed off. They're done with this shit. There's so many people that are like, this is absolute garbage. This is not right. This is not George Lucas's Star Wars. And it's true. It's not. You know,
Good. Twice the pride, double the fall.
A lot of people were posting that clip. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't feel sorry for anyone except for maybe the children. The children in these series. And you know that their parents and their management are making decisions. But I don't feel sorry for anyone. No, I do. You know I feel sorry for? Like a lot of the people that are involved that are like, the people that are involved that are kind of behind the scenes that are just trying to keep their job. They're like, okay, well, they need me to make outfits for this, even though I don't agree with this trash. Oh, by the way, I got a text from somebody involved in Hollywood yesterday that was like, yo, thank you for saying this. Thank you for saying that. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. So, but yeah, the people behind the scenes, a lot of the people that really aren't at the forefront. They're just trying to keep their job. The hundreds or thousands of people that work behind the scenes, that are just special effects, they're doing their job. But the people that are at the forefront, like the directors and the actors and the producers, they know what they're getting into, especially in this day and time, they know. So I don't feel sorry. I'm just like, yo, like, how is it possible for me to be a small-time actor that has done independent stuff? I haven't gone mainstream. At this point in time, I refuse to go mainstream. I told my agent, do not send me anything that is woke. Don't send me scripts to audition for anything that's woke. Guess what? I have not heard from him in months. It was last year that I told him not to send me anything for any shows or movies that were woke. I haven't heard from him. You see that? This shows that the whole machine is pretty much going this way. So, as an actor, you are your brand, okay? And actors, if they don't know this, they should understand this. So the ones that don't know, that maybe are being coddled and handled, maybe I'll feel a little bad for them. But the ones that know everything that's going on, you made this choice. You're like, okay. You're seeing all the fan backlash on with all these companies. Everything from Bud Light to Marvel, you are seeing all the backlash, and you still chose to take the role. You fucked around and found out. That's what happened.
I was speaking with Roger Christian, I remember, for episode 4. He was saying how they had such a limited budget for the sets, for everything, and they made everything look like it was literally from a galaxy far, far away. Yes, they were just so lazy. They had no vision whatsoever. Remember when the Wookiee was in the middle of the field? There was nothing else. Lazy set design. Mind you, the Wookiee looks like Harry and the Hendersons. He looks like freaking Harry in the movie. Why would you not make it look like Chewbacca? Why does he have this giant troll head? This like little. What are they doing, man? I don't think they have a clue. It all comes down to Kathleen Kennedy giving her free reign. So two people that just really I don't think should be working on Star Wars at all. And my question is, Dave, where are you? Are you approving all this stuff? Do you have power to approve it or disapprove? What's going on?
That's what a lot of people are saying. They're like, yo, he's been behind the whole damn thing. And if that's true,
I am very confused because none of this is. I mean, bro, you go look at the comments on some of these. It's war. People are pissed off, and I keep away. I don't even comment, man. You guys are doing it.
Yeah, no need to.
There, and this was their last post. They're like, okay, you know what? We're gonna.
You will never see me comment on stuff. It's rare to find me commenting on anything, And a lot of times it's a damn emoji, laughing, or this type of thing. It's very rare that I comment on anything.
We're going to post something that has to do with the prequel trilogy because we're just getting absolutely
I'll
destroyed.
give you a
But
thumbs
here's
up
the
or a
thing, the
like,
numbers
or, you
game
know.
that many people don't understand. I'm sure in the coming months, once they start releasing numbers for the Acolyte, what they're going to do is they're going to say, oh, it did so well, and they're smart. They're capitalizing on the fact that it's so controversial by spamming the shit out of our feeds with Acolyte stuff because they know people are angry, so they're going to comment that it's shit, but that drives engagement up. And when you drive engagement up, your posts get seen more and more and more because these companies like social media, like, Meta, YouTube, whatever. The way it works is if you have more comments, more likes, more engagement, even if it's more dislikes.
Yeah, ask Bud Light how that engagement went. It just can be a certain point to where the engagement is the downfall.
It still drives the video into your main screen, your main page, your home page. Same with Instagram and Facebook and all this other stuff. That's how it works. So the like and dislike button is kind of like a joke. It's like okay, yeah, we want you to vote, but whatever you do, it's going to drive engagement up regardless. People are probably going to see the Acolyte more than any other.
By the way, you guys know that you can hit a button on like Twitter or YouTube or Instagram when you're scrolling through your feed and you see something you don't want to see. You can click those 3 dots or something that's below the picture or the thumbnail, and it can say like not interested, like don't show me this stuff anymore. You can do that. All right, so yeah.
Other thing, because they just want to see how bad it actually is. They may even say, hey, look, we had how record-breaking views for the show, blah, blah, blah. But, it's a train wreck. Everyone wants to see a train wreck. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good project. So, man, I don't know what to even say, but
And it's so bad it's going to be on Live Leak. They were still around. That's how bad this is.
Pretty dumbfounded at how this horrible project has brought so many of us together. And it's nice to see finally in the start.
And they really brought it out, and they really still brought it out, which I find insane.
Star Wars fandom. And thank you to everyone who's been sharing my photos on TikTok and stuff, and those have been going viral, which is crazy. It's nice to get the love. It's nice to get the appreciation that, we are standing for something, which is George Lucas Star Wars, and will not be silenced, and we'll always speak our minds and be passionate about this galaxy far, far away that we love. And that's, at the end of the day, all we're really talking about and all we really stand for, all we care about. So, keep making noise, keep doing your thing. We're being heard for sure, obviously, but be respectful. Always be polite, always be respectful, be a gentleman about everything, and get your point across.
Yep, I never wish harm on anybody. You know what I mean? I don't like to name call and call people morons and they're stupid. And I'll say you're making stupid decisions because I know that many of these people in these high places didn't get there from being complete morons. They're making bad decisions and they know it. But for some reason, they keep going.
Eloquently and kindly and respectfully, because that's the best way to do it and to be heard. So, love you all. Pretty cool. And see you in the next video. I got a funny one for you.
It's like they talk about, dying on a hill for something, I mean, that's just amazing that they're willing to continue to, it's like, wow. It really is a wow moment. Like, you're just watching it in disbelief. Can't wait for tomorrow. Post comments down below. Let me know what y'all thought. If you enjoyed my reaction and thoughts, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 10 million subscribers.